What's going on, YouTube Nation? I'm the Coffee Bean Jim, and I decided I was going to do a little bit of a game room update. It's been, oh man, probably about a month and a half, maybe 2 months, maybe longer, since I was able to do an update of where I'm at with the game room and how things are going. So, a little bit of a story. For those of you that watched well, let me fix that camera. Here we go. Little bit of a story for those that watched the first parts of the game room. I had a bit of a water problem in the basement, which is where the game room is. I got most of that taken care of. Had a few hiccups here and there and stuff, but I'll do a quick scroll through of this room for you guys, give you an idea of where I'm at, how things are looking, and just give you a basic update. So here we go. All right. Well, you see my dog there. This is Sergeant Pepper. He's a bit of an asshole, but he decided he wanted to be in the picture. So where are we at here? Well, as you can see, this entire area. Well, let's fix my camera. There we go. This is where the little built-in bar area used to be. I'll continue to step back. Everything's been torn out of there. You can see that where the ceiling is going to be. I have to do some measurements and start working on that a little bit. That's the next part of this room I'm working on. On the other side of that wall is a bathroom. So up against that wall, I will be building in the bar because I can tap right into the water lines of the bathroom and be able to have a sink and things like that for the cups and drinks and whatnot. Over here in this corner, this is where I had a lot of the water that was coming through. So we did a few different things. Totally tore down the walls that were there, cleaned up all the stonework, the cinder block and everything, the foundation. Inside here, I ended up tarring. I sealed up all the cracks with mortar. For the most part, everything is shored up. Outside still needs to be dug down and the drainage fixed outside of the house. And as well as we need to get a whole new gutter system on the house. Being that we are now in, well, it's October 31st, so the ground is getting pretty hard. You know, the weather's turning cold, so I'm pretty much have no choice but to wait till spring to do a lot of that stuff. Fortunately, we've been raining for basically 3 days now. We probably had a good 8 inches worth of water has come down, and I just had one tiny little trickle that was able to get down here compared to what was pretty much just a flood down here otherwise. So what work is done, it's temporary. I know it's not a perfect fix for what I need, but it shored everything up for until I can get to the spring and we can actually fix the drainage systems outside. So that's gonna have to wait till spring. But it worked for the time being. Walls were all dry locked. I just primed them for the time being. You can see marker on the walls where the kids were drawing. It's actually plaster that was not able to get off of the bricks and mortar and stuff because they had like a compound mortar type plaster stuff that they had on the walls originally. But yeah, that's just a kid's project. I let them color down here and play. So what have I actually accomplished in this room? Well, I got a little bit. So let's scroll over here. I was able to get one wall over here. This one's all pretty much said and done. And again, you can see where like the plaster is and stuff, and then I put in the bricks. I kind of wanted it to be a sort of a cheesy, video gamey kind of look to it. So it's kind of cartoony somewhat. But yeah, that wall's basically set. I still have to do the framing around the window and some odds and ends over there, but that's pretty much done to fix the ceiling areas there. This is my desk over here. That has all been built in, finished. I do have a little bit of work to do down underneath that area. You can see the studs and whatnot still underneath there, but that's kind of a later thing. I wanted to keep that open just in case we did get more rain and things did get wet. I'd know where the leaks are, where to fix and whatnot, so I didn't even mess with anything down there. The whole top section is completely done and finished. There was no leaks, there was no water damage or anything up in that area, so I just covered it all in. And I'll give you a little bit of a better look at that at the moment. And then over on this wall, I did a bit of an artwork. It's a D20 with a natural one, reference to my Drop Dead game that I run a lot. For the furniture, this is not actually going to be here. Where this is now is going to be the game table, which is currently in my garage. I got all the stuff for it, just got to start putting it together. But all of this stuff is going to be over on the opposite end of the room, because this side of the room is going to be more for entertainment with the TV, video games, the foosball table is there, the bar is going to be over there, so all the furniture is going to be on this side. And then over here, it'll be the gaming table and everything with that. But I wanted to kind of bring down the echo of this room a little bit for some of the projects that I'm doing, so you know, I kind of piled everything onto that side of the room for the moment. But yeah, a bit of a natural artwork. That was a lot of fun to put together. I wanted something cool. This wall right here, I am painting this weekend. That's just going to be the same brownish color as this wall over here where the one is. Back here where the refrigerator is going to be a bookshelf. I'm hoping maybe to start working on that this weekend or not. And my refrigerator, it's not fully stocked at the moment, but I do have some good stuff in there. Some Guinness and Yingling and some Stone Ripper. So that is basically where we are at for the game. Oh, a little bit closer look at this desk. So the 3B RPG podcast, if you guys aren't familiar, podcast with Rob Barkley, Chekchikov, and myself. Basically where we drink, talk shit, and roast each other and gossip about RPGs a little bit. That'll be coming out soon. That's my signed Mastodon poster. And, you know, the basic idea of the desk. I actually used reclaimed lumber for this desk. Everything's a little bit roughed up, as you can see here, and it's all scraped up over here. But it's pretty rough, so when you actually write on this thing or whatever, I need a pad or something to put down, because you can't write on it very well because there's so many grooves and whatnot. My cool poster there of Boba Fett dragging away Frodo. So, yeah, this basic side of the room is done and set. Works as a great thing. So, yeah, that's the update on the game room. Hope you guys enjoyed that. So, a little bit more, just a quick plug. If you guys haven't already, be sure to check out Rob Barkley's Journey game. He's promoting that pretty hard. You know, he don't quite have it fully ready. I believe it's getting ready to be printed and be able to order that on Amazon or whatever. But if you happen to see him around, just tell him to don't stop believing. He appreciates that. What else is new? We got the 3B RPG podcast. I do have to give a shameless plug there. If you go onto Facebook and look up Lefty the Demon Cat, or even if you look at my page and stuff, I have links to it. It's always in some of the other areas that we promote too. Basically, it's like I said, Rob, Chex, and I basically talking shit, talking about RPGs and doing some odds and ends. You know, we have a few segments in there. We talk some news, some games that are coming out, tips for DMs, tips for gamers. We're all, you know, shit gamers and shit GMs, but we like to pretend that we're good enough to offer some insights regardless. What else? That's basically it that's been going on in my life. So I'm going to actually get some lunch, and then I am going to start working on the gaming table that's down here. So you guys have a good one. Keep rolling those 20s.